Good evening, folks. This is Freyja Lex, or dressed as the version of Senator Palpatine, who is also an evil librarian who uses old computers because of the, these stupid things, aviator glasses. Anyway, see, I'm that one that they probably posted elsewhere who's going to be seen as crazy or insane or a raving maniac. Par for the course for me. That's the 46 years of my life. Everybody taking their culpability and making meat on it. If anything was posted to suggest that, there's one thing I've been saying throughout this whole experience that I've been having. Things that are done are a two-way street. Sorry, I was just holding my finger up because I'm making a point. A two-way street. If they post something that says, oh, this person's a raving lunatic, don't listen to what they have to say, well, that could suggest for somebody who does want to listen to what I have to say that there's a grain of truth. So, a lot of people throughout history have sounded crazy. You've got, I can't remember, was it John of Patmos? Who was the disciple that was exiled? It was one of the Johns. It was John the Revelator. But he was considered insane, and yet that's one of your Christian apostles. You take someone like Jesus who enters the temple and he sees that there are these money changers and these people like selling things, making lots of money by taking advantage of the parishioners of the church. And here are these people entering this community to worship whom they believe to be their God that has given them life. Well, what am I saying? Everything seems weird at some level. You look at Hinduism and you've got Durga. She's the warrior goddess. She's the one with like all the arms, and in each hand she's holding a weapon. There's something really fascinating about her. There's no specific number of arms, and there's no specific kind of weapons. It's just this kind of like random thing. And I imagine it's probably to sound really dangerous. Point is, this is not me being a raving lunatic. It's just to show you that's a really bizarre thing, and somebody believed it. Somebody took enough time to consider that this was something worth living into. I simply want to provide a message about things coming in the future, and here's all I will say again. The whole point is to remove culpability. What's happening with Russia right now in Ukraine? War crimes. It's culpability. If you can say, look, they're crazy, they're the problem, if you can make those people do those things, you've won, at least in the minds of those for whom it matters that you want to follow you. This may sound mad. This is all just a hypothesis. I'm not sitting here to be some perfectionist. I'm not sitting here to espouse some things that are supposed to be true or are the absolute truth. I'm simply someone who thinks and has a vision, and I'm willing to stand outside the realm of my friends or what's the status quo, simply because I enjoy going to a museum and looking at Jackson Pollock and wondering what in the hell was that guy doing. Or I look at Basquiat, who started as a street graffiti artist along with Keith Haring with the New York School, and these are people who invented ways of expressing themselves, and they were probably seen as lunatics. Well, actually, we know they were, in fact, if you do some of the research. Basquiat was known for using food on the table to do art and then give it to people. Crazy? No. Ingenious. Fun. Who doesn't want to get their hands messy to make art? Are you serious? Food is like the perfect thing to screw around with to make art. The only problem is it rots. You're going to probably seal it in some way. So folks, I understand what seems or does not seem to be crazy. I'm not here to espouse sanity. That's not my message. My message is simply to consider something that's dangerous and coming. It's not so much I want you to be aware, as I want you to save each other. That's my goal right now. And that's it. And if only 2 of you care about this, that's 100% for me. Do it, folks. Believe something and live for it. If you hate me, live into it. Step into it. Punch pictures of me and yell. It's worth having passion and living for what you believe in. I don't like you assholes who do horrible things. But that's what you do, and you excel. That's all of these. I don't care if I'm viewed as crazy. I just enjoy a universe that has things as amazing as sunsets and sunrises, and we distinguish things with whether or not it's red. That shit's cool. Enjoy those things, folks. Live for those things. Live into the things that have meaning. Believe. Have passion. I always like to say I'm Raul Julia on the stage singing opera. Just as hurtfully as you can for Man of La Mancha taking out windmills. And people say, oh, he's crazy. No, the whole story is the philosophy. He's this person who has a vision. And he does it. And he lives into it. And in the end, you see how beautiful it is. That's all. Okay, so all I'm asking for, 2 people, so I get 100%. And we move forward. See, that's exponential. That's where it gets bitchin'. Because wait until you get to 4. Thanks, folks.